everyone, to the Fearless Wandering podcast, our every other week live stream where we're here to talk about all the latest news and entertainment, our latest news and film and entertainment, I should say. And we're excited to be here. So, welcome. I'm one of your hosts, Trent Powell, joined by other host, Tobiah Powell. How are you?
Doing great. Yep, doing great. Excited to be here, as always, and yeah,
Absolutely.
let's get started.
Yeah, let's move into it. There's I don't know, it's been kind of slow. It's been interesting. This year is going to be crazy. I think there's just a lot of movies, and it's going to be really interesting to see the trajectory of movies going forward after this year, because the last couple of years has kind of been a dud, especially last year. When the movie The Sinners is the highest, is the most nominated film in Hollywood. There probably wasn't much there. I don't even know how many movies made $1 billion last year. It wasn't very many. Like Disney probably had a couple, and of course, the 5th, 10th Avatar. I don't know how many Avatar movies. I stopped after one. But anyways, it's gonna be interesting this year because it's kind of a stacked lineup of films, big budget, big
a lot of blockbusters,
big movies
for sure.
But one that's coming out this year. Actually, you know what? Let's ask this about what are your 3 most anticipated films for this year? And it doesn't have to necessarily mean oh, I'm so excited to see this movie, it's going to be the best movie ever, best movie of the year. 3 movies that you're interested in seeing or interested to see how they handle these movies.
Yeah, there's a few that I'm keeping my eye on that I'm curious what's going to happen. Curious what these studios, how they're going to react to the last few years. I mean, how are they going to react to a lot of flops, a lot of failures, a lot of just people not really being interested in going to see movies in theaters that they've been producing and putting a lot of money into. But I mean, first would be the Odyssey. I want to see, of course, what Christopher Nolan does with that, what his vision's going to end up being, and how he's just going to handle that, and and then I want to see the new Avengers movie, Doomsday. It's been years since was it 2019 that we got Endgame?
I think so.
So 7 years. I'm curious how. I mean, we kind of got a little glimpse of their ideas in the trailers of where they're going with that. But yeah, just how they're going to react to just all the slop that they've been putting out, and how the fans have not been a fan of it.
Right.
And then
let's see what happens after having pushed away their main audience.
Yeah,
the audience
absolutely.
that really built the company.
Yeah,
that really built the MCU. And it'd be interesting to see. If they're coming back.
Yeah.
After being pushed away. And mocked and spat on.
Yeah, for sure. And then I want to see. Well, I don't know. I'm interested to see, because Spider-Man's coming out this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This summer.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure. Yeah.
I haven't seen a trailer for it or anything. But
Yeah. I want to see what they do with Spider-Man, of course, being one of my favorite superheroes. Seeing where they go with him. There's a lot of different directions they could go with this movie. I've heard a lot of different things over since the last Spider-Man movie came out of where they're going to be going with it. So seeing that, and yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I pretty much would agree with all those, as far as I'm very curious to see what they do, and if they move the needle at all.
If they learn from any of their mistakes.
Yeah. I've heard that Doomsday is basically a direct sequel to Endgame. which means they're mostly ignoring the last
Yeah.
7 years.
7 years. Yeah.
Which they kind of have to, because it's been unprofitable and they've lost their audience. No one cares about any. I mean, they pushed away their main audience, which is mostly white men. Not even just white men, just men in general.
Yeah.
They pushed away men because and they did so by uplifting their female superheroes, and and of course they have the race swaps, and which they actually always had done, but most part they just made they uplifted their female superheroes, and then what did they do in return on the other side is they pushed down their male heroes. They pushed them down. They made them effeminate, weak, whiny. They're not sure about themselves.
In distress.
They made them the damsels in distress, pretty much.
And they needed their strong, independent female characters to take their place.
Yeah, and that's what they always have to do. They have to uplift the females and then push down the males. In order, that's the story of the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. They had to, in order to uplift Mary Sue Ray, they had to push down all the male heroes. They had to turn Luke into a failed mentor teacher. They had to make Han Solo a deadbeat dad, and who knows where Lando was off. Whatever, I guess he showed up in the third one.
Yeah.
Even the male characters that they created, like Finn and Poe, like they just Poe was a reckless, hothead, and Finn just got pushed to the sidelines. All these male heroes had to be pushed down in order for Rey to be lifted up as the greatest thing ever.
Yep.
And that's what we see with superheroes. We see with most franchises, most movies, is in order to uplift the females, they have to push down the males. And so it'll be interesting to see what they do with Doomsday.
Yeah.
This is the pit. Well, it's supposed to be like the bringing everything that they've created together and paving a path forward.
Yeah.
Can they pave a path forward that's worth following, and are people gonna walk down that path? Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll make money.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of people are going to see it.
I think it's
just
gonna
be interested.
Be another $1 billion movie for sure.
Yeah, which might help them break even.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is this budget? The budget's gonna be insane with all the actors that they're paying and everything, and the reported budget's already like well above like 500,000.
Yeah.
Or 500
I wouldn't
million.
be surprised if they're pushing 700,000 million.
Yeah.
700 million.
Yeah. I'm sure that it's probably going to be upwards of that, which in order to break even on a $700 million budget, you have to, and let's maybe not let's not factor in marketing. $700 million film budget, I think you have to make probably 1.4 billion, because you have to double basically because of the money that goes to the movie theaters. Like the studio only gets about half. It's even worse when you go overseas, which is where they make most of the money. And you, you're not bringing in $1 billion on $1 billion box office. Like you're only getting a portion of that. And so in order for them to break even, like they have to have an insane success. But like I said, they've pushed away most of their audience, so people are gonna come see it. I have no idea. So anyways, didn't plan on talking about Doomsday a lot, but there's that. Spider-Man will be interesting.
They'd have to make basically $2 billion. To break even.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think right now the highest budgeted film of all time, I'm pretty sure, is The Rise of Skywalker, which was like $500 million or something like that. Like the biggest budget on any film. It might even be more than that.
Rise of Skywalker.
The third one.
Yeah, I guess so.
It was ridiculous. And the movie was awful, but mostly because they had to restart. Like they went with they threw out the old script, got rid of the director, brought in J.J. Abrams, and just kind of started from scratch. And they put way too much money in it because they needed to hit a home run somehow, and they definitely did not do that. Because there was diminishing returns on all three movies. The Force Awakens made $2 billion. Last Skywalker made like 1.5, and then Rise of Skywalker I think barely made $1 billion. So, anyways. Brother. Spider-Man, we'll see. It might be fun, hopefully. Though I don't really care. Like I'm gonna see it, and I'm ready to be surprised. I think there's potential there. I think hopefully Zendaya's character is sidelined. And
Yeah, I was disappointed that she's coming back at all.
Well, yeah, and then hopefully they actually give Peter more of an arc and like more of a journey that he has to actually go on in that.
Yeah, and he has to be independent. Yeah, and that's something that was severely missed in all the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say so. I don't know, if I were to say my 3, it'd be the Odyssey, which we'll talk about in a minute. Doomsday, and then Spider-Man or Dune Part 3. Dune Part 3 is coming at the end of the year. It's supposed to come out actually the same day as Doomsday. Dune Part 3, I'm a big Dune fan. I'm really interested in how they handle Dune Messiah.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of high hopes just because I think as time's gone on, I think the first 2 movies are a little bit overrated, though I think they're really good films in and of themselves. I think the first one's should get more credit than it does. I think the second one's really good. It's just Zendaya's character has so many problems with. We've talked about it before. I think she really discolors the film in a lot of ways, but I think visually, on cinematic level, and on a story level, I think what they do with Paul and how Timothée Chalamet plays that character, I think was really good. And Fade Routha and everything. Like I think he and what's his name, Anthony Butler or whatever his name is, who played the villain in the movie. He does a great job.
Anthony Butler.
Yeah, he played Elvis.
Yep.
In the Elvis biopic.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Austin
Butler. Yeah. You're right. So anyways, I'm curious to see what they do with the third film. I think there's a lot of potential there. Zendaya seems to be the problem here. With she's probably gonna be in Brand New Day, Dune Part 3, and then Zendaya is also in the Odyssey.
That's true.
So she's in a lot of movies this year. Probably gonna be like the highest gross, or like the highest paid actor this year, probably, or like the highest grossing actor.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Robert Downey Jr. is gonna be the highest paid actor this year. His payday for Doomsday is gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the Odyssey, Tobiah. What do you think about the Odyssey? What do you think about Christopher Nolan taking on this grand epic of Homer's Odyssey?
Yeah, I mean, I've had conversations with other guys and asking like who would be a better, like if there was a director that you'd rather have than him, who would it be? A few guys come to mind, but I mean, Christopher Nolan back in his heyday, I mean, that's who you'd want. I mean, but the more I've seen, and the more that's come out about this movie, I have no high hopes, especially some of the casting, starting with Zendaya in her role. Yeah, I'm not expecting much out of this film.
Yeah, kind of same. I'm baffled by the casting and just like how could it be this bad?
Yeah.
You got Zendaya playing Athena. Apparently, I don't know if that's confirmed. I think it has been confirmed. But anyways, playing Athena.
So.
You got the most recent teaser TV spot that they released was featuring Travis Scott, who is a rapper. I don't know much about him. I think he dated Kardashian or something. But he's a black rapper, well known in that world.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense for the Odyssey.
Yeah, no.
and it's not an actor, as far as I know. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, why you cast someone like that? Though Christopher Nolan's been known to that. Like, he cast David Bowie in The Prestige as Nikola Tesla. He's casted Harry Styles in Dunkirk. So he's been known to like cast like superstars, but
Right.
for the Odyssey, someone like Travis Scott is not. He does not fit for this
Yeah.
world. This story
No.
doesn't make any sense. Lupita Nyong, I know I butchered her name, but she's another actress that's supposedly playing Helen of Troy. So she's like in the new Quiet Place movie. She's in Black Panther, I think, and various other roles.
Yeah,
but,
no. Yeah.
She's apparently playing Helen of Troy, who's supposed to be, blonde hair, blue eyed,
Yeah.
the most beautiful woman in the world, ever. She's for some reason they decided to seemingly have cast her. It could be it's not confirmed, so it could be wrong. But yeah, because that totally makes sense. She's described. Helen of Troy is described as the most beautiful woman in the world, a divine-looking figure with golden hair, fair skin, and radiant features. Sorry, Lupita. No offense to you. That's not. It's not you. As far as a character that's being portrayed by an actor, it doesn't fit. Doesn't work.
Well, yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
And the same issues with Zendaya's character
Yeah.
that she's supposedly playing.
Right. And other, Ellen Page, as she goes by now, Elliot Page. She's supposed to be in the movie.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see her as a Cyclops. I don't know. Just kidding. I have no idea. I who is she playing? Who knows?
Yeah.
Because
It's gonna be a guy.
Well,
character.
Well, of course it will be. It'll be a male. She'll probably be a soldier in, Odysseus' army or something. And of course she's had relationships with Kristen Nolan in the past. She was in Inception.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's ever done anything other roles with him, but anyways, another one, John Leguizamo, who's an Hispanic actor. He's in the film apparently. And yeah, it's I'm sure there's others. Matt Damon, I'm okay with him as Odysseus for the most part.
Yeah,
I think it works. It depends on how he plays the character. Tom Holland as Telemachus, like, okay, fine. I think that could work. I like John Bernthal. I think he's a great actor. He's I think he does a good job, so he'd probably be fine. But no, it baffles me, like, why you go in this direction. If this movie was made even 10 years ago, this would not be the cast.
Right.
Go look, Troy, the movie Troy, which is like basically a prequel to this. It's very well casted for the most part. They all fit the time period, and it all makes sense for to have white pale skinned actors playing these Greek and Roman characters.
Yep.
Okay? It makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that. No, who was complaining about it? When Troy came out 20 something years ago, no one was.
Yeah.
And so like and no one would have complained about it if the Odyssey came out and it was all a white cast.
Right. Yeah.
Go back to Christopher Nolan movies in the past. Inception. How many black characters are in Inception? I don't think
0.
I don't think any. As far as I can remember,
Yeah.
there's Asian characters, right?
Yeah.
And they play great in their roles and they fit in the story and it works out fine.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it would be wrong to have a black character in the story. There just wasn't, but no one complained about it.
Yeah.
What?
I haven't watched Oppenheimer, but did he do the same thing with that movie? I don't think so.
Like as far as casting, like,
yeah, I mean,
like characters were
right.
Like, I don't know. I think it was mostly whitewashed. So not whitewashed, but I mean it was like mostly like white characters.
Yeah. As it should have been.
And it should have been. And
so I just don't get why he's doing it for this movie. And
right.
I mean, this is like
period piece?
This is huge to be making this movie.
Massive.
And I mean, it's the first time it's been done
on this scale.
And yeah, I mean, to be casting all these different races when they're all supposed to be Greek and Roman.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Like, what are you doing?
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Anyways, and yeah, because this movie has potential to be very epic, very grand, beautiful cinematography. That I love. I there are things that I like about Christopher Nolan as far as his artistic approach to film. I like that he films on film. He doesn't do digital. He wants physical film. And he films in IMAX. Was it 70 millimeter? IMAX.
Probably, yeah.
It's he's very particular about his filming style, and his movies have a certain style to them that is creative, it's artistic, and I think is often done well. And but then when you factor in he usually has, from what I've heard, like he has mostly creative control over his projects.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to cast all these actors.
Yeah,
for some reason he wants Zendaya to play Athena. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not even like any kind of. I mean, I don't think she's been in anything that he's made. So,
we got Tom Holland, so he had to bring in the girlfriend, I guess.
Yeah, maybe
that was his deal.
Well, I feel like that's why she's in Spider-Man. So,
well, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Probably the next one. Yeah, it's a package deal for Tom Holland. Like I need my girl.
I could see that being,
or she said I can't be in the movie unless she's in it.
Yeah,
that's probably more like.
I mean, he had to go into a new contract. So.
Yeah, that was probably it. Yeah, with Spider-Man. Yeah. Oh man. Anyways, I'm interested in seeing the film. I think that it has potential to be good. Besides the casting, I also have other questions, like, is it going to be grounded? Is it going to be fantastical? He likes to ground a lot of his stuff sometimes, sort of. I don't know, because you got Inception, you got Interstellar, which is not a very. I mean, it's a science fiction film basically, and so what's he going to do with a fantasy film like the Odyssey, a fantasy story? So who knows? Yeah. We shall see. Yeah. Any thoughts on the Odyssey?
No. I mean, I just want to see what he does. I mean, we know what the casting is, so I'm curious what the story's going to be like. And
Well, because there's another tendency that we see a lot with male characters, that you kind of turn them into, washed up, kind of down on life men who just are, almost like don't have that hope and that drive, and just kind of done with the world and done with everyone else, and they need usually it's a female character to come in and kind of tell them to toughen up or man up or whatever, and get talked down to. I don't know if that's gonna happen with Odysseus, but it seems like from what we've seen is that Matt Damon's playing a little bit of character like that, where he's kind of down on life and kind of hopeless, and we don't really get that from Odysseus in the book, though he has some of those struggles and just some struggles with despair. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle that. And I don't know. We shall see. Yeah,
they definitely. It's very common for them to feel like that's like a need for movies and telling a story is, they need that character development or something. But I think about Aragorn and the change from the book to the movie, and kind of the same thing there.
Totally. Yeah, definitely. That reluctant hero, I think that's kind of, that puts good word, a good phrase on it. It's that reluctancy to be the hero. It's a reluctancy for him to go and get home to his family. And 'cause what does he say in the trailer? Odysseus, he says, I don't think I can get home or something. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. And so the question is, is he physically prevented by circumstances, or is he struggling with that that drive to get up and go and do the hard thing to go on this journey to go home? It's okay, which way are we going here? And we'll see.
Yeah.
So that's the Odyssey. When does it come out? I don't know. July, or is it the end of the year? I don't even know.
I don't know.
It's coming out this year. You know what else is coming out this year? A Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah.
I think we might have talked about this last time, but The Mandalorian and Grogu, the worst movie title of all time. Is Grogu still relevant?
No. Star Wars isn't
Is Star Wars relevant?
Yeah. I don't even know if I'll go and see that in theaters.
Dude, I don't know. I could care less about it. Like, there is a Star Wars movie coming out this year, and I could care less. I'll probably still go see it just to see what they do with it. And we'll review it as well. I'll give a review on it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like I'm not taking my kids to see it. I'm not taking my family to see it. It's like I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be any good. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I know. It's Hollywood with all these. I mean, we say it again and again with all these big IPs. They just destroy them. They beat them with a stick till there's nothing left.
It's a cancer that spreads.
Yeah.
It's cannibalistic and it eats itself. Like Hollywood eats itself alive. And, whenever it touches a big franchise like Star Wars, it consumes itself until it's a husk of itself until it's nothing left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. What's also funny is like they're supposed to like be doing this big grand finale to their Mandoverse or whatever, the Mandalorian film and the
with
Obi-Wan or the Boba Fett show and Ahsoka and everything. So they're gonna do like a big Heir to the Empire based off the book Heir to the Empire finale story. There's supposed to be a movie. Dave Filoni is supposed to be directing it and everything. There's reports that it's just going to be a TV series.
Yeah.
Like a short series. They don't have confidence in themselves. They don't have confidence in the movie. I know they have internal numbers that's saying that, this Mandalorian Grogu is not we're a little too late.
Yeah.
If this came out like after season 2 even, then a lot of people would flock to go see it. It would actually probably be a big deal.
It's even been years since they released season 3. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. True.
Like, they should have had this movie ready, like, right after that season.
They didn't plan, just like the sequel trilogy, they had no plan. They had no plan for Grogu to be this big. Like,
no.
Oh,
absolutely
man,
not.
Yeah, it's just even thinking about like what they did with Mandalorian season 2 and then going to the Boba Fett show and then having 2 episodes being dedicated to Grogu to Mandalorian Grogu and completely retconning the ending of season 2 in order to make sure that they end up together and then they can do season 3, and then now they're doing a movie about just a random story that they went on. Who cares?
Yeah.
You have a baby that's continuing to act like a baby, and he's going to continue to act like a baby because he doesn't age.
Yeah.
And he's going to eat silly things and make silly noises, and everyone's going to be like, oh, that's so cute, and then move on. It's like, he was cute for a little bit, now he's just annoying.
Yeah.
And they're trying to, they think that they're just so clueless. Hollywood's so out of touch. They're so clueless about like what they don't understand how dead their brand is. They don't understand how fast they killed their brand and what happened what led to them killing the brand, and they don't understand how to recapture that.
Yeah.
They want the next audience. They thought Grogu was a big hit. Well, originally they didn't think it was going to be a big hit. They didn't have the toys ready when the season 1 came out.
Right.
And then it became so popular, and then they're like, "Oh, we got to rush and get all these toys out." And so you saw Grogu toys everywhere.
Yeah.
And then people loved it for like a little bit, and then now it's like no one, who cares?
Yeah.
You don't see kids playing with Grogu toys anymore. Like
the fatigue hit really quickly.
Very quickly.
There was way too much, way too fast,
oversaturated Grogu
and
Baby Yoda everywhere.
Yeah.
Then they give him a name like Grogu. That's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Keep it Baby Yoda. No one cares. Literally, no one cares.
Yeah.
They have to be so particular about these things. I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm as usual over Star Wars. Used to be the biggest massive fan of Star Wars, and they have another TV. They have a TV show coming out.
What show?
The Darth Maul show.
Oh, is that this year?
Oh, it's like next month.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, they have a whole TV show about Darth Maul. It's
That's funny.
it's a sequel to Solo, basically.
Is it animated?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's animated in the Clone Wars. So remember, like Solo, like he shows up at the end. He's like ruling the Crimson Dawn, Crimson Sun, whatever.
10 years ago.
Sure, yeah. And so this is his rise in the underworld, and then he trains an apprentice who probably is gonna. I think it's gonna turn out to be Talon. This is they're pulling a lot of things from George Lucas's sequel trilogy that he wrote, like the ideas he had for Darth Maul and whatnot. And they're pulling a lot from that, which really interesting. I think Maul's. He should have died a long time ago. He should have stayed dead. Well, he did die, and then they keep resurrecting him and telling stories about him. But I think people
died twice.
I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah, and then Disney's also kind of switching their reins on the Disney World, Disneyland place.
Oh yeah.
What's it called? Galaxy's Edge. That's what it is. Yeah, they're putting in all the original characters, and like like that would have been a good idea to start with.
You ruin your brand, and then you go back and like, oh well, no, we'll give you guys what you want now. After completely, turning people off from Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's like, that makes sense. Good marketing.
Yeah.
They were so set on making sure everything was set in this singular timeline, so that make sure you can't see this character here because this character doesn't exist in this timeline, and where they're so particular about it, and like you can't have Darth Vader showing up, you can't have Leia here, for this very reason, and so forth. And then now it's like, okay, well, we'll let Darth Vader come, we'll let Luke come in, and because you can go see, there's another part of Disneyland or Disney World where you can go see Darth Vader and them, and that's more popular.
Yeah.
People actually want to go see him. No one wants to go see Rey.
Yeah.
No one wants to go see the weird Disney-fied First Order troops. I hate those those helmets are so weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. It's so weird talking about Star Wars now, just because I just don't care.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the old films. I will always go back to them. And,
anything beyond the 6 movies, it just has such a bad taste in the mouth, and there's just there's just too much greed, too much corruption, and too much desire to please the wrong people in Hollywood, and they continue to destroy stories, something that God created to be impactful and to move people, and they're doing the opposite. And so with the way they view the world, and it's not entirely surprising that they would destroy these things, but it's best that they do destroy themselves, so that something better can take its place. Yes. And we want to see it destroyed, and we want to see a reset and something greater come from it. And we want to see a better film industry, one that does actually glorify the Lord. Yep.
Yeah. Let it die.
Yeah.
Let it eat itself alive. Because we just whatever. Like they keep feeding these sloppy meals, this mess, this filth to people, and people eat it up. And but when you keep feeding them filth, they don't come back. And with franchises like Star Wars and whatnot, it's like no one's coming back.
Yeah.
Speaking of other franchises, Chronicles of Narnia. Talked about. I think we should keep it somewhat updated. But what?
Just everything.
Everything.
They just ruining everything.
Greta Gerwig.
And Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, yeah. Rings of Power. I was gonna bring up something about that in a second.
I'm
Actually,
sure you will. Yeah.
uh, yeah. Greta Gerwig finished the first film of her Chronicles of Narnia endeavor. She's adapting. Excuse me, adapting all seven books. She's starting with The Magician's Nephew. So the Genesis story.
I guess I didn't realize that, but yeah.
Started with Magician's Nephew. So we'll see if it's true that Meryl Streep is playing Aslan, playing a androgynous lion.
Yeah.
Female lion, male lion voiced by a female. Who knows? It'll be really interesting to see what they do with that. I just know that Greta's version of Polly is going to be absolutely insufferable. I just know she's going to be. I'm so over this. Like, why? How did Greta get, like, who gave her the rights to do this?
Right.
who gave her this? And and we've talked about it in the past. Like, it's going to be all about rock and roll. It's going to have this modern twist to it, and it's going to be it's not going to be. It's going to be set in like the 90s or something. I don't know. It's like, what are we doing here? I'm just So we're once again, Christians don't own the rights to Narnia, and we gave it away. We said, do what you want with it, and this is what we're getting.
Yeah.
Speaking of another franchise, like I said, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. So it's been reported that season 2's budget was $400 million, which brings a total of for both the first two seasons to $1 billion that they spent. Amazon spent on the Rings of Slop. I'm just flabbergasted at how they spent so much money. I mean, I kind of can get it. Like, it's a big property, big franchise, big name to it. Of course, people are gonna love it. Yeah, no, it struggled to meet its ratings. People know. There's a niche audience out there that likes it. That's they love shipping Galadriel and Sauron because there's this complete weirdos that are out there that ship every character that always have to come up with someone that someone's got to love and so forth. It's just you want the this epitome of beauty and femininity in love with the epitome of evil, because that's what their sick fantasies are. Anyways.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I was referencing Hunt for Gollum. Isn't that coming out?
Oh yeah.
Does that come out this year, or maybe it's next year?
No, they haven't even started filming it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So but I think it's supposed to be next year. We'll see if it does.
Another project that's just it's just odd that they're making it.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the things you could make for Lord of the Rings,
right?
All the stories that are out there, you make the Hunt for Gollum.
Yeah, a brief not even a paragraph of Tolkien's work, and it's like we're gonna expand upon it and tell this make an entire movie out of it. Because everyone's been asking for it. So I know, what was it like for Aragorn to hunt for Gollum, to find him, and
well, and they're recasting Aragorn.
Yeah,
for
Viggo's
younger,
way too old,
younger guy. Yep, and Andy Serkis directing, and of course playing Gollum. But I don't know. It's weird.
I'm curious how the CGI is going to look for Gollum. Just because I feel like CGI is just not really gotten better, and it gets oversaturated. They do too much. Like, I'm really curious, how it's going to look. It'll probably be good, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting to go back to the Lord of the Rings and watch those movies on their new 4K, and you can definitely see the CGI a lot more.
Stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at what point do these studios just say enough? Like, it's not worth it. Like, we're spending all these money, throwing money away at these projects that no one cares about, that no one's interested in. They thought Rings of Power was going to be massive, like the biggest thing ever, and it completely failed. The story is atrocious. They completed completely murdered Tolkien's lore and
Mm-hmm.
the entire Second Age of Middle Earth. They took way too many liberties and just created this story that is so unlikable and just a slog to get through. And Galadriel is just insufferable. She is always talking down to everyone. She's apparently the best at everything, and she just acts like a man the entire time. And it's just not there's nothing likable about her. There's nothing really ladylike about her. She does not carry any feminine virtue and feminine characteristics, and it's just I'm baffled that they went in the direction they did. No, I shouldn't be surprised, but anyways.
Well, yeah, and then there's War of the Rohirrim as well.
Oh yeah,
You and I need to just sit down and watch that sometime.
we should. Let's do like a live reaction.
Yeah, we'll do.
Watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be fun.
I agree. We should actually.
Yeah, that.
Because neither of us have seen it. I was actually thinking about it this week because I've been reading Two Towers and just reading about the Rohirrim and the Battle of Helm's Deep and
the
everything.
Rohirrim are
It's
just so awesome, and just seeing the trailers for that movie and then hearing from all the credible people like just how awful it was and hearing what the story was about was just depressing.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't even remember much about it, like what I've heard about it. But we'll just have to see it, and we'll maybe give it a fair shot. But, I think even the animation looks decent, but I don't know. We'll see.
I heard that they had multiple issues with animators, and they had to hire different animators to animate different scenes together. Then it was all. You were like watching a movie, and then the animation just changes.
Oh, okay.
I think it was timing and stuff like that. They're trying to get it done quicker, or something like that, and So that was But I remember when we first saw the teasers for it and seeing the images, is like, wow, this looks incredible. But they basically just hiding
they fumbled
their
the bag
issues.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel and that's such an issue right now, and for a lot of Hollywood films is that they don't give visual effects artists enough time to do the work. The reason why you look back in the early 2000s, like Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord of the Rings, even the Narnia films, you look at the CGI. I remember Aslan, the CGI for Aslan was very articulate, very detailed oriented. They spent a lot of time, countless hours, making sure they got Aslan perfectly, and he looks great even to today's standards as a CGI lion. It looks great. But you look at Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean, who's absolutely perfect as far as CGI goes. You don't see that anymore because for one, I think that a lot of creators, a lot of visual effects artists in Hollywood aren't that talented anymore. They're not as talented as they used to be.
Right.
And a lot of it was more hands-on back then than it is now. You have computers, you have AI. I don't know who knows how much AI is being utilized, but for the most part, you don't have as much creativity involved in that process. You also don't give visual effects artists enough time to do the work that they're supposed to do.
Right.
There's timelines, deadlines that they cut. You have parts of movies used to. Oh, this is another thing I want to talk about. Movies used to take a lot longer to make. A lot of it was technology, but I think a lot of it was because they realized how much work needed to be put into films. Now they streamline a lot of things and don't put as much time into films.
No, that's very true. I remember it would take years sometimes, and
George Lucas, the prequel movies, he gave himself 3 years, I think, between each film. 3 whole years. Nowadays, what they do for the sequel trilogy is I think 2 years. It's okay, they gave him some time, but they also didn't have any plans going into it, and they just kind of went with. They just kind of played along as they went and didn't really have any direction or vision. But anyways, George Lucas had a vision for the prequels. He had the entire story outlined and figured out from the beginning, and he made sure he incorporated different elements, different pieces, different Easter eggs, or different foreshadowings and whatnot for all 3 films, so that they had a very consistent flow. Even have characters Dooku was a specific had different traits that Darth Vader would have, and you had Darth Maul, different traits that Vader had, like different little pieces of things that you connect, that you pull together. It's like, wow, this is actually really brilliant, really thought out. Now there's a lot of problems with the prequels, and we could talk about that someday, but he planned and he he planned ahead, and he put in the work 3 years or so to make these films. The CGI, he was doing things that no one had ever done before when it comes to computer animation and computer generation and visual effects and so far. And but he put the work into it.
Yeah. And well, the one example that I can think of modern is actually maybe two, but the Spider-Verse movies. Those movies, I mean, I don't know what's happening with the third one. I don't know.
It's supposed to come out like last year.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to come out 2 years ago.
Yeah,
but those movies, they actually, it took 3 years to make the first one. It took 3 years to make the second one.
Yeah.
And
who knows
I don't know what year. I think we're on like year 5 for this one.
I think there's a lot of other issues involved with that one,
I think there's a lot of things they just haven't gone public with. But those first two movies were quite enjoyable, and the animation is incredible on those. I love the animation. It's unique. It was a new especially the first one, it was a new thing. Really awesome.
Now everyone's trying that style, and it's just gotten old.
Yeah.
There was another movie, it's called Goat. It's
movie. That's the same guys that are.
Oh yeah,
it's the same animators that did that.
Okay.
But yeah, exactly, and but that's an example of good movies. They put the time in and had good results. And I'm my guess would be the story creators of those other movies are having issues with Sony, and that's probably why the third one is getting pushed back so much. But then also I don't necessarily know the timeline for Dune movies, but I imagine they put quite a bit of time and work into those, because I'm pretty sure it's maybe 4 years between the first one, second one.
It was probably about 3 or 4 years.
So, and I'm guessing that's about how long it took to make the first one. I don't know, but I just know that there's that gap between the first and second. So,
and the gap between the second and third, I think, is more along the lines of he just didn't start until like
he was I remember he was writing the script at the time of the second one ending, and he said like, I'm not moving forward with making this till I have the script down. Okay. And so that kind of shows like he cares about the work. And we've talked about like we'll see where that goes and what happens there, if where he goes from the second one to the third. But
absolutely. Yeah, it's just interesting to see where things have come and where things are at and what things are like going forward. And it's Tobiah, do you have anything else to talk about? Anything you think of? Anything you had?
No.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about continue to talk about how crazy Hollywood is. You have actors that are basically calling for revolution in the streets because of ICE, and you have these privileged actors that are millionaires that live in their comfy homes that are literally I just saw today Ellen DeGenerate she was mocking ICE and calling people to rebel against ICE just like yesterday or something, and then today she was spotted shopping for a mansion. Like you can't make this stuff up. Like, it's wild. You had Giancarlo Esposito. I don't know how it's pronounced last name. He's good actor. He's known for his role in Breaking Bad. He's in The Mandalorian. And he was literally calling for war in the streets, like people need to die, like we need to get out, we need to fight, and just talking about what we need to do or we're going to lose our country. And he was saying that he was like speaking in like the first person, like saying like we are I feel threatened every day. Like, I don't know if I can live in this country anymore, and all these things. Like, are you talking about the people that are the officers in the streets that are trying to get rid of rapists and murderers and pedophiles, and trying to get them, trying to clean up our streets and trying to cause order where there's complete chaos? Like, are you talking about those agents? Like, are those the ones that we should go out and kill? Like, they're just so delusional. They sit in their comfy homes, and then they're fed these lies by the media, and then they go out, and because they have a platform, they feel like they have to speak out. They have to say all these things about the current event, whatever it is. And they're so irrelevant. They are adult pretenders. No one cares about their opinions, but then you have the people that go along with it and that listen to these actors, and they go out in the streets, and then they get shot, and they ruin their lives forever. Because they're fed these lies. Yeah, and
absolutely.
Sorry, it just angers me.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's just Hollywood's so out of touch, and these privileged.
Well, yeah, and I mean, they did it was like every A-list actor did like a whole thing for Kamala Harris, a few years ago, whatever, sure, yeah. And there's just always been just these elites that just probably are just getting paid or something, and I'm sure some of them are psycho.
So the next
Mark
leftist political talking point,
psycho.
Mark Ruffalo, he is psycho. Apparently Disney's no longer working with him for Marvel. I don't know if it's true, but he's gone. Yeah, off the reservation. But it just baffles me. But like these actors, I think some of them do believe it. Like they do believe that their lives are in danger, and that Giancarlo believes that any day now an ICE agent's gonna knock on his door and take him and his family away and throw him out of the country. Like they actually believe that, and it baffles my mind. And they spouse this rhetoric, and as they're fed by the media, they spew out these lies, and people grab onto it, and then they go and listen to them. And you just look at what's going on in Minnesota, and just the complete chaos in the streets, and it's anarchy, and something needs to be done. And sadly, as always, nothing will probably be done.
Well, and it's just sad that all the people that are speaking out about it are speaking toward the wrong side. We don't have those people speaking out on the right side.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah, I mean, you aren't. There's blasphemy laws there for sure. Yep. And we hope for change in in Hollywood and the film industry, and it's needed, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they talk about being oppressed and not having the freedom to speak out, and or people aren't free to speak their mind, and it's like, you guys are the ones that just like 5 years ago were canceling anyone that said anything about a certain virus that was negative. And, shut up. Anyways, on that note, I think it's about. Do you have anything else?
No.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah, is there any other movies that you're interested in seeing this year? There's a couple horror movies. Robert Eggers. No, Egger. Yeah. Or who's the horror director that did like Nosferatu? And
I don't know.
Anyways, most of his movies are just full of nudity and sexual imagery and so forth. But he's doing a werewolf movie this year. And I love the period pieces that he does as far as like aesthetically, and I think there's a lot of decent elements in his storytelling and his films that he produces, but like I said, it's filled with garbage. But he's doing a werewolf movie this year, so I'm like, okay, could be interesting. Probably won't be. Probably won't see it. Just be honest there.
Yeah.
They're doing a mummy movie. It's like a modern horror take on the Mummy. Mm-hmm. Could be interesting. Probably won't be, but could be.
And they just released a Dracula movie, which sucked. It comes out in a few days.
Go check out Thumbs Up Movie Reviews. Yeah. We should probably plug some stuff here. Thumbs Up Movie Reviews.
Yes.
It's by gives a thumbs up, thumbs down to any given movie. He has a vast list of movies he's done. Go support him on all the socials.
Yep.
And check those out.
Yeah. And yeah,
recommend or request a movie. He'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and then of course we have our Patreon. Best way to support us, and we've got all our stuff there, all our movies, all our TV shows, all our podcasts, and a lot of stuff for what is Christian nationalism. A lot of we'll have behind the scenes stuff coming out soon, and we have the full interviews there. And but yeah, that's kind of our hub for all our stuff, and the best way to support us in what we're doing, and everything's ad free, of course. Yeah. Anything else?
I think that was it. Oh yeah, does that answer any other movies? I don't think so.
No. Not really.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be picking up some, starting doing some mini reviews again on our Patreon as well, hopefully. And
yep, and we have our Cigars and Cinema there as well.
Yep. We have our After Hours show. Please go check that out. Support us there. That one's fun, where we just sit back and enjoy a good cigar and rank some movies, talk about movies.
Yep.
It's all about movies.
Yep.
Mostly
older movies, good movies that we like.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. All right.
You want to close this out?
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, well, we're on YouTube too. If you're just listening, head to YouTube.
Comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff.
Hit the notification bell.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and just continue to join us every other week, every other Saturday for our lives, and then. But yeah, we'll be releasing everything, one episode of our podcast every Saturday. But our live streams are every other week. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed. And remember to glorify God and watch good movies. We're out. Bye.
Bye.